Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, excited for this one.
So today we're heading to the Americas, into the rainforest,
Oh, excellent.
to learn about one of the most powerful predators in the world, the jaguars.
Yeah, they are incredible animals.
We found a really interesting article all about jaguars,
Awesome.
their life, their behavior, and the threats they face.
Looking forward to learning more about them.
I think a lot of people hear jaguars and maybe just picture like a big spotted cat,
Right.
but there's so much more to them than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's dive in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the article says that the jaguar is like the king of the Americas as far as cats go.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest cat on the whole continent.
Wow.
And get this, the third largest in the whole world.
So after tigers and lions?
Exactly. Tigers and lions, then jaguar.
Huh, that's pretty impressive.
So what makes the jaguar different from its more famous cousins, besides being in a different part of the world?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to habitat, you know?
Okay.
Like lions and tigers, they're built for those wide open spaces.
Savannas and grasslands.
Right, exactly. Grasslands, savannas.
Yeah.
But jaguars, they're adapted for the dense rainforest.
Let's see.
They're like powerfully built.
Yeah, I was going to say, they look pretty stocky.
Yeah, and those short, strong legs, they're perfect for navigating that thick undergrowth.
Yeah.
And for climbing trees, too.
Oh, right. They're good climbers.
Oh, very good.
Okay, and I read they're pretty good swimmers, too.
Ah, amazing swimmers.
Which is unusual for a cat, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Most big cats try to avoid water if they can.
But jaguars are like right at home in it.
They love it.
Why is that?
I mean, their territory, especially in the Amazon basin, it floods a lot.
Ah.
So they've evolved to be able to hunt in the water.
Whoa.
They've got those webbed paws, and that thick tail acts like a rudder.
So they could just like glide through the water.
Oh, they're so graceful.
That's amazing.
Imagine a jaguar chasing its prey underwater.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be a sight.
Talk about an apex predator.
And speaking of looks, the article mentioned their rosette markings.
Yes. Those are fascinating.
What are those exactly?
Well, they're kind of like leopard spots, but bigger.
Okay.
And they're more complex shapes,
Complex.
Like each rosette is sort of like a spot within a spot.
Ah.
And it helps them blend in the dappled light of the rainforest.
Ah, camouflage.
Exactly.
So cool. And speaking of camouflage, the article mentioned something about black panthers.
Yes. Black panthers are actually jaguars.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's a melanistic jaguar.
What does that mean?
It means they have a gene that causes an overproduction of melanin.
Melanin, that's the pigment that makes things dark.
Exactly. So basically, their spots are still there.
Oh.
You just can't see them because their coat is so dark.
So they're like a super stealthy jaguar.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine a black panther moving through the shadows in the rainforest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
A truly magnificent sight.
Okay, so I read that jaguars are solitary hunters.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
And they're nocturnal. So what does that mean for their hunting style?
Well, solitary means they hunt alone, they don't need a pack.
Okay.
And nocturnal, of course, means they hunt at night.
So they use the darkness to their advantage.
Exactly. They stalk their prey silently through the undergrowth.
Wow.
And they're ambush predators. They wait for the perfect moment to strike.
And their kill method, I read that it's kind of different from other big cats.
Oh, yeah, very unique.
Instead of going for the throat, they bite the skull.
Yeah, or the spine.
Why is that?
Well, they have incredibly powerful jaws.
Oh, yeah. How powerful are we talking?
Powerful enough to crush bone.
Wow.
So by targeting the skull or spine, they can deliver a quick, efficient kill.
No messing around.
Nope, straight to the point.
Okay, and what about their diet? I read that it's really diverse.
Oh, yeah, incredibly diverse. Over 85 different species have been documented in their diet.
85, wow.
Yeah, they'll eat pretty much anything they can catch.
Like what?
Well, you've got your typical rainforest herbivores like deer, peccaries, tapirs, even large rodents like capybaras.
Right, and they're pretty big too.
Yeah. And then you've got the aquatic prey.
Like what?
Fish, caiman, even anacondas.
Anacondas, like giant snakes?
Yep, they'll take on a snake that can be 10, 15 feet long.
Wow, that's fearless.
Definitely fearless.
So with such a varied diet, what does that mean for their role in the rainforest?
Well, it makes them a keystone species.
What does that mean?
A keystone species is a species that has a disproportionate impact on its ecosystem.
Okay.
Like imagine the ecosystem as a big archway.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
The keystone is the stone at the top that holds the whole thing together.
Ah, I see.
And that's what the jaguar is to the rainforest.
So how does that work?
Well, by preying on such a variety of animals, they help to keep the populations in check.
Makes sense.
It prevents any one species from becoming too dominant and overgrazing.
Right, and that keeps the whole ecosystem balanced.
Exactly. So a healthy jaguar population is a sign of a healthy rainforest.
The article also talks about the threats that jaguars are facing.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not doing so well these days.
Like what?
Well, the biggest threat is habitat loss.
Because of deforestation.
Yeah, people cutting down rainforests for agriculture, for development,
Right.
and that's shrinking the jaguar's territory.
And what about poaching? I know that's a problem for a lot of big cats.
It is, yeah. Jaguars are still poached for their pelts, their teeth, their claws.
That's awful. And is there also conflict with humans?
Yeah, as human populations grow and expand into jaguar territory, there are more encounters.
And that leads to conflict.
Unfortunately, yes. Jaguars might prey on livestock, and then people retaliate by killing the jaguars.
So what's being done to protect them?
Well, a lot of conservation efforts are focused on protecting their habitat.
Like setting up reserves?
Exactly. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries, places where they can live undisturbed.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then there's also work being done to combat poaching.
Like stronger laws.
Yeah, stronger laws, better enforcement, and trying to reduce demand for jaguar parts.
Right. And what about the human-wildlife conflict?
There are programs that are working with local communities
To do what?
to help them find ways to coexist with jaguars,
Like how?
like better livestock management or compensation programs if a jaguar does kill an animal.
It sounds like there are a lot of different approaches being used.
Yeah, it's a multifaceted problem, so it needs a multifaceted solution.
The article mentioned a couple of organizations working to protect jaguars.
Yeah, Panthera and the World Wildlife Fund.
What are they doing?
They're doing a lot of research, studying jaguar populations, their movements, their behavior, and they're working on the ground to protect them, through anti-poaching patrols, habitat restoration.
So there's hope for the jaguar.
I think so, yes, as long as people are willing to continue to fight for them.
Well, I certainly learned a lot today about jaguars.
Me too. They're amazing animals, aren't they?
Absolutely. Their power, their adaptations, their importance to the whole rainforest ecosystem.
And it's inspiring to see the work that's being done to protect them.
It really is. And it makes you think, what can we do, even in our own lives, to help protect these amazing creatures?
Yeah, even small actions can make a difference.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of jaguars. We hope you enjoyed it.
And we hope you'll continue to learn about and support the conservation of these incredible rainforest guardians.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
See you then.